Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. So at the minute there's not much we can do in this month. We're in November, it's 10 past 3, and as you can see there isn't really that much we can do. Because if we're going to have a quick look on here, you can see all our fields are growing. So there's not really much we can do with them. They're all growing, nothing to really do. We've got 4 fields of wheat and 2 of grass. So just having a bit of a think about what we could actually do. From the last episode, I did do a little bit of tidying up, so you might have seen there was a massive overload of strawberries over here, and I wasn't sure what to do with them. And I did have a bit of a scratch in my head to think what was the best thing to do with them. Tried a few little options out, and you can see I have purchased a little, I think I was 20 pallets, just a small little auto-load trailer, just to try and help because there was a bit of a mess of them. And what I decided to do with them is just here, just around the back of here, one of these little sheds that I think I've shown you one of the episodes before. And it just stores everything in. So we can have a look in here and just see. In a minute, there's around about 8,500 litres. It holds 1 million litres of strawberries. And there's about 8.5 in here. Now this is the good thing with these. Is basically you can store stuff in here. You can sell it straight from here. But you can also distribute it as well. So it's pretty much the same as what the greenhouse does. But it's a way of storing them, so when the greenhouse is giving us loads out, we can store them in here, and then we can get this to distribute it when we buy the bakery. Or we can just think, you know what, prices are good, let's just sell them. So it's just like a little holding point. But the thing is what I kind of realised. I didn't actually, I'll tell you like, I didn't realise until after. I saw these things that says no spawn on them. And it basically means once the pallets go in, you can't get them out. So I can't just sort of click on here and go, oh yeah, give me 5 pallets out, I'll go take them over to the bakery. Doesn't work like that. I found that out after I put a couple in. Doesn't really matter though. So we don't really need to physically take them over to the bakery. Just distribute it straight from there like you can the greenhouse. So you never know, when the bakery's up and running, we might get rid of that once it's emptied and just let the greenhouse distribute it straight over to the bakeries. I don't know how much it's going to take. I have no idea at all, so we'll find out when we get to it. But at the minute, we need to find something to do today. And I was trying to really wrap my brain on what the best thing was to do. And I know if we go and have a little look on here. So, in looking in what's in the silo, we've got just shy of 2,500 litres of canola. And we've got nearly 3,500 litres of sunflowers. So, the prices are not brilliant for looking at, getting rid of these. They're not great. But they are a lot better if we go down and have a look and actually turn them into like sunflower oil or canola oil. I mean, look at that, 3.5. It was 1.5 to sort of sell the seed itself. But canola oil. And then when's the best time for canola oil? December. So what might be good is if we go and pay a little visit. We wanted to get the grain mill, which is right up here. Right up the top here. We wanted to get this. You just spin all the way around. This is what we wanted to buy. To put all our wheat in, which we're still going to do. But the wheat's not ready to harvest for quite a while yet. We've still got quite a way to go. We've basically got to go till July next year. So what are we going to do till then? Well, I think the good thing could be to come over here, and at the end of this bit of road here, we can get the oil mill. Now, the oil goes for more than the seed itself. So I think if we get this now, by the time we go sleep, which is 3:30, by the time we go sleep, this is going to produce all the way through the night into December. And the good price for canola oil, was it, in December, is the best price. So it kind of makes good sense. It's, let's go get this now. Alright, it's going to take our bank account down just a little bit. 80,000. Do you want to buy it? Yeah, we do. So we've bought that. We've got 40k left in the bank. So now we can head back over to the tractor, start the tractor up. Let's go and get our little trailers, which we've not really done much with in a minute. We've not had an opportunity to do much with them in a minute. So let's go get our trailers. Let's get the canola oil. Let's get the sunnies out of the silo, put them in the trailer, take them over to the factory, and start the production. It's jobs like this where these little trailers come in handy. Because we've not got big amounts at the minute. But we can take 2 products at one go. So put it under there. Let's go and have a look and see. Canola, Put canola in that one. And then the one at the back, sunflower. There we go. So let's go and take these over to the store. No, not the store. Not the grey mill either. Oil mill. That's the one. We literally just bought it. I'm forgetting already. So we finally own our first production on this map. And what a production to start with. So just pulling up to the oil mill, then we can now tip in the first product, which is going to be pretty cool. So we've got canola and sunflower. So let's tip in the old canola first. Right into a tree there. Look at that. And I'll move forward a little bit. We can get the sunflower in there as well. These trailers are so good for this kind of stuff. So all that in there, let's go and have a little look now, and we can actually start this production. So look at that, automatically already running. This is quite good. So 2 lots of sunflower to 1 oil, and this is the same with the canola. And obviously we've got no olive oil at the minute, so that's going to have to stay like that. So that could be pretty good. So let's just see, what can we do on this? And selling, distribution, storing. I have noticed there's a new one called spawning. Not sure what the spawning is, if I'm truthfully honest. But we'll just store all them in a minute. I know we've got no olive oil at the minute, but we'll store them, and then we'll be able to pick up the pallets, and we'll be able to come back and hopefully sell that. So really, that is all we can do at the minute. We've dropped them in there. We can now go back to the farm, park these trailers back up, and really go to sleep. Because then the oil mill is going to be going through, and that's going to be doing its job, and hopefully, I've got a feeling it's probably going to process all that was in there pretty quick. So by the time we wake up in the morning, there's a good chance it's going to be run out of seed. But that's good, because then in December, it was quite a high price. I think it was canola oil it was quite a high price for. So we can just sell that straight away, give ourselves a bit of money back. And we might have to hold on to the sunflower, because I don't think the sunflower was a great price. We'll have a look in just a second. So let's go round the silo, park these back up in the place they were. But also, we're going to get some more strawberries as well. I don't know when the good price for strawberries is. Let's just see if we can detach these here. There we go. Let's have a quick look and see when is a good price for strawberries to go. Strawberries, the best price for them is Feb. Not a great price either, really, is that the highest is 507 per 1,000 litres. So we might look at that. We might just leave them, because they're going to be more handy to the bakery, because then we can get some cake, and cake is very pricey. Get a good price for cake. We've also got some grass to do as well, but at the minute, there's no grass. It's not, well, as you can see, it's just dirt at the minute. It's growing, but nothing yet. We might get something. Don't think it would have grown overnight. That's some speedy grass, that is. So let's go to bed. Let's wake up in the morning and let's see what the situation is over the oil mill. So we've woken up then to a snowy December morning at 6 minutes past 8. We did say it was going to be snowing, I think, December and a bit of Jan and maybe into a bit of Feb as well. But the good thing is, look at this. The grass is starting to grow. Now, looking on here, it's dark green. So it's very close to actually needing to be cut. And now we can harvest this if we're going to have a check on here and go right down to the bottom for grass. So we can actually harvest the grass all year round. So even in the winter, you know, we can still cut it. That's good. But we can't obviously plant it again. But grass should regrow, so we should be okay with that. I think we've got a few strawberries that have appeared. Yeah, it looks like a few strawberries have appeared. And I will just see if we can actually pick one of these up. No, we can't. We're not strong enough to pick one of them up. Didn't have our Weetabix this morning. But we can pick them up on the trailer, and we can just take them over. But at the minute, they're not too bad. We'll wait till a few more appear. But we might need that trailer as well, because let's go and have a quick look actually at our production. So sunflower, then we've only got just over 1,200 litres left in it, and only 269 litres of canola. Wow. So we are going to have just a pallet, maybe just over a pallet, so we might have to just speed through a little bit. Let's just speed through some time a little bit and see if we can try and get that to move on and use all that. Is the snow going to stick or not? There is a good chance, you know. So 11 o'clock, that's it. Let's put it back to 5. So canola's gone. 900 litres then left of sunflower. And I think if I'm right, the price was good on canola. Yep, December's the best time we're going to get canola. It's actually high, or nearly. It's just not actually drop a little bit, the gross amount. 3,543. And sunflower's actually on the way up. When's the best time for that? March is best for that, so we're probably okay. We can hold on to that a little bit. So I think let's go and get the canola oil since it's done. We'll jump into the tractor. We'll get a little auto pallet trailer, and we'll head over to the grocer mart, which you can just see in the distance. Top of the screen, big green sign just there. That's where we're going to take them. So let's go get the canola oil. So over at the oil mill then, I was kind of a bit worried then, because I was looking thinking, where's my pallets? The pallets should be here. I'm like, oh no, what's going on? You know, I said to you earlier about it's got a new thing in it, what says spawning or storing. I'm like, I wonder if that could be to do with that. Oh, and apparently it seems to be a new thing that they've added since we were last here. So what you can do now on the canola oil, you can actually spawn the items. So if you go across here, it seems like it will hold it for up to 10,000 litres in the actual oil mill itself. So instead of just dumping everything out on the ground where you get a mixture of like sunflower oil, canola oil, or olive oil, it will now actually store it inside. And you can actually spawn the pallets out what you want. That's a cool little feature. If that's what how I understand this, because at the bottom it says spawn item. We're going to press it, and it's oh, look at this, it's asking me how much do I want to spawn. Well, we haven't quite got 2,000 litres, so it'll do 1 and a bit. Let's just do the whole lot, shall we? There we go. Oh, that's a cool little feature. So all the production areas now hold on to their own thing instead of just dumping it all out on the ground. So that was always a problem at the bakery, is you'll get a mix of bread and it would just dump everything out. Now you can actually spawn them. That is so cool. Alright, well, it's canola oil is all we want, so we can jump back in the tractor. And we can grab this. So the pallet's on board then, so I had to... There was a slight little issue. I couldn't work out how to get them on, but after checking, it turns out that the enable, autoload, and unenable it, on my controller, the button was used for something else, so it was doing something else and not letting me select to sort of enable or disable the auto load. So after just changing the key bindings now, we are all good. Canola is on, and the thing I like about this trailer as well. Whoa, car! Sorry, car! I couldn't see it then through the building. That's no excuse, is it? That wouldn't go down. That wouldn't wash to the old police, would it? Sorry, officer, I couldn't see that car then. I was head went through the building. One thing I like about this trailer then is the auto load feature on it. It will actually self-strap it. So as soon as the pallets go on, it straps it instantly as the pallets go on. That's quite cool. It wasn't much of an effort to strap it anyway, because you can just push a button and it would fasten and unfasten them anyway. So it wasn't a massive issue. But it was quite cool that it just sort of self-does it now, just straps it straight away. So you can see we've got our mega heavy load here of canola oil on the back of this. Don't know why I thought we were going to get a little bit more. But I should have kind of worked out into the ratio. 2 seeds to 1 oil. So it was never going to be much, was it? We had more sunflower than canola. But you know, it will still do. See what we can do without flipping the trailer. Whoa, trailer's coming off the ground there. So this is where we're the grocery mart. And it's just around the back of here. We'll drive in and see what we're going to get. The best prices now. 4.5 grand. So not, you know, we can't retire on that. But it's a start. So the best price was this time of year. We go look, unstrap the trailer, so you can do it yourself quite easily. So the best time to sell that was now. It's basically we've made a lot more money than we would have done if we just sold it as the seed. We would have got just over £1,000 if we just sold it as seed. So 4.5 grand is it's a bigger improvement. So it's still the right thing. It's still not, like I said, it's not bank breaking. But we will get there. We'll be able to get a lot more. Oh yeah, look at this. I forgot it's still enabled, so it's grab me strawberries. So we might as well go through and put these in while I've got it. See, look at that. Auto strapping. Hey, how cool is this? All we've got to do then is just wander over here and just drive in front. Right here. And then the strawberries do go in quite slowly. But they do go in. So this is just going to hold them for us. And like I said, we can either move them, distribute them, sell them. But we can't spawn them, which is a bit of a shame. Unless, because of the spawning which has been added onto the other productions, unless this has had a bit of an upgrade as well, and we can. But the signs do say no spawn. Just back up a little bit. So we'll just wait for these to go, and we'll have a quick look and see actually if we can do any spawning on it. But I don't think we can. Really doesn't want to take these pallets, does it? Come on. So once we've done this, then really there isn't really much to do in December, because we need, the only thing we can do is we need to just wait for the grass to grow. We can actually cut it and bale it. You might find some new little bits that might appear on the farm. Your water tank has ended up quite... How's it got down the bank so far? The thing I like about the snow as well is they make it quite sort of realistic in the sense of you lose a bit of traction. Oh, too far. Don't want to go too far down the bank. Just drop that off. And my water tank seems to have... It's sunk. It's rolled down the bank a little bit. You'd be okay. It will do. So I might have purchased something else, I think, off screen when I did the last episode. This little sprayer just here. So let's just have a quick hop out and have a look at this. So a little tank for the front and then the sprayer on the back. It's quite a beast, but it does liquid fertilizer. So we have got this one here, which does lime and solid fertilizer. But I just wanted to get a liquid one as well, just in case. Could have gone for the trailer type ones, you know, the what sprays at the back. I thought, you know what, let's just go for one of them. So let's put this back in here. Turn the engine off, turn the beacons off, arc her up. Now I did say in one of the early episodes, probably the first or second episode, I did say that it's going to be a bit of a slow burn to start with on this kind of series, because we need to get things going. There's not many jobs to do at the start, but then things will progress. But I don't want to leave you out of much. So this is why we're doing all these little bits. I could have skipped all this and we could have just moved straight on. But I just want to sort of bring you along for the journey. So let's go to bed and let's see what Jan's going to bring us. What a beautiful morning. So we're into Jan with 16 minutes past 8. And yes, the snow has come down through the night and it has settled. And you can hear that crunchy sound as you walk across it. How cool is that? So the grass is still growing, but I mean, we can't do much with it like this, can we, really? So we might be just sort of fast forwarding straight through, really, and seeing what Feb brings. Now, I did have a quick check of this. So we're going to here. You can see it is allowing me on the strawberries, the greenhouse, it is allowing me to store them. And we get 24,000 litres we can actually store in the greenhouse. So I've just realised that a few were spawned there again, but we can actually store them straight in. So this is an update that must have just been done since our last episode here. Because this thing as well does actually say, if you go into here, you can actually spawn the items. Now I have tried it with just one pallet, but it just doesn't appear anywhere. So it is true what it says, no spawn. It's obviously not designed, even though it sort of has the feature by the looks of it, but it's just not set to appear anywhere. So if we look back in, we still have the same amount. It just hasn't gone anywhere. So if we had the storing capabilities in the game before I got this, and we could have just done that, but unfortunately that feature wasn't there. It was either they appear, distribute, or sell them. So now I'll actually store them and we can spawn them as well. That's even better. So we're going to need to just keep using that, and we're going to keep storing them in there as well. And we're just going to have to wait. Wait for the bakery to come round, and then we'll be able to get rid of them. So what I'm going to do is just quickly jump into the tractor. Just going to go quickly grab the trailer again. I'm going to put the strawberries in the little storing shed. And the rest of them will store in the greenhouse as well. So the strawberries are now in the little storage shed. That's all done. And I really do like how they have got the feature of snow being slippy, like when you brake. I mean, that's really cool. I know it's very simple. Well, come on, Craigyboy, it's snow, it's going to be slippy, but just to put it in the game. It's not. I don't. If I'm right, I don't think it was that like dynamic in FS19. I just think it just acted like normal. But the difference now, like when you go on the field here, the grass, it's that slippy. I can't even turn. And it grips a bit more when it's on the back on the ground. Look at that. That's so cool. See, small things like that. So we stored the strawberries now. Like, there's just not really much else to do. Go and have a quick look in and see, but the grass is still growing. I'm expecting it's going to be a bit slow. You're not going to expect much through winter, are we, really? But it's getting there. It's right on the edge. So I'm going to go to bed again at 8:43 in the morning. Going to head to bed, and we're going to see if we can then get the grass to a point where the snow's gone and the grass is ready to go. And then hopefully we can go and look at a lawnmower. So let's see what month we've got to get to for the grass to be ready. So we're finally into March and 5 minutes past 8. As you can see, the snow is on the ground. It's raining, so hopefully that'll get rid of the snow very soon. If we have a look on here, the grass fields are finally ready to go. But also, there was something else we needed to do in March, wasn't there, as well? The sunflower oil, we were getting a good price. And as you can see, March, where the marker is, and then the line is currently where the price is at the minute. So we've exceeded what March predicted. And if we have a look in here, we can see at the fast food restaurant, the price is still going up. But is it 3,918? It said on here, 3,808 was the best we're going to get. So the fast food restaurant is literally right where the dot is in the screen, right there. So, while we try and wait to see if the snow is going to disappear or not, and I hope it does disappear in this episode, but it might not, you see. We might have to wait before we can get the grass cut on the next episode. But I'm going to go grab the tractor, I'm going to go grab the sunflower, and then I'll see you when we're heading back for the sell at the fast food restaurant. So we have our 1 and a bit pallets on of sunflower oil. We're just going to go over to the fast food restaurant because they are in desperate need for it and are paying a good price at the minute. It's looking very nice though, although it's gone a bit slushy and it's very slippy. A lot more slippy than I last showed you because I might have had a slight little accident, which fortunately wasn't caught on camera. But I did head over to the trailer, which you know is just stored in front of the greenhouse, and I did try to brake and turn to sort of swing around in front of it and then back up to it to hook it up. Wouldn't turn, wouldn't brake, took the tractor and the trailer straight into the little stream by the greenhouse, and that was the end of that. So I did have to try and fish it out, which took a little bit longer than it should have done. Like I said, it wasn't recording unfortunately, so there's no evidence of that. Right, this is where we're going in the fast food restaurant to sell this. Let's see what kind of price we're going to get here for this. $6,857 and 197 environmental score reward. I have no idea what that is. Must be something to do with the game, something new. I don't know if it's a mod, what's doing that or not, but it's not bad. So we're up to 50k. Now, I did have to do a little something in Feb. So these fields here, we just had to give them a bit of a little tickle on the old. Let's just go around again and see on the old pH levels. Nitrogen's looking okay, apart from a little bit just here, but it doesn't seem to want to register that needs anything doing to it. But the pH levels in 45, 46, I think it was the 48 of the grass field, just looking a little bit low because you can see the score. So basically, when you go over the field, like if you go and walk over the field, in the bottom right, you see it comes up there and tells me everything about it. And if I go over to this one here, you'll see again it comes up there. pH levels, perfect. Nitrogen, perfect. Well, it was coming up, pH levels were just a little bit down from what they should be. They're about 1,000 down from what they should be. And I thought, let's just have a quick go at topping them up. Because I knew the grass was going to be ready. Well, at some point anyway. And it is ready now, but you can see the weather's not in our favour. And it's so slippery. Look at this. Woo, baby. It's really slippy, as you can see. And that's kind of where we ended up. Down there. It just didn't want to stop. I didn't expect it to be that bad. And I put the trailer sort of where it is around about here. Back it up a little bit there. And I just sort of came driving around to pull in front of it like this, and it just slid. Took me and the trailer, tractor trailer, everything just went straight in. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. So there isn't really much we can do at the minute. Yeah, very, very slippy. So everything is looking pretty good. We're getting close as well. We're only a few months away from being able to harvest the wheat. But let's just have a quick look at the weather, actually. The weather's looking really bad. So at the minute, it's going to be a lot of rain. So it is actually going to brighten up at about 11 o'clock. So hopefully the snow should sort of disappear then. At the minute, it's 0 degrees. Raining until 10. Anytime now, really, it should brighten up. 11 o'clock, it says it's meant to be sunny, and it's meant to be 17 degrees. How are we going to go from 1 to 17 in literally 15 minutes? Wishful thinking, that is. But hopefully that will get rid of the snow, and we should be looking good. But April's looking a bit wet as well. So's May, and so's June. Although June's hitting 33 degrees. So that's going to be when we're going to be harvesting. June, July, yeah, it's July. It's when we're going to be harvesting. 33 degrees, nice weather in July. It's when we're going to be doing the wheat harvest. Yeah, but at the minute, there isn't really much else we can do. Oh, yeah, look at this. This is a new mod. Bright light mod. And this is at 11 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you aren't kidding. That is very bright lights. So, let's go put this away. Turn it off. Oh, we need to give it a little wash. Oh, the rain stopped finally. Let's just give it a wash. Yeah, I love that instant wash. Look at that. Beautiful. And it is literally instant. Look at that. Spotless. So it's not really in our favour. So I think we're going to have to wait till the snow goes, and we're going to have to come back in the next episode. So this episode's been a bit of a clean-up, been a bit of a slow one, and we sort of done a few little bits, but we're going to cut the grass and bale it and do all that when the snow finally disappears. I wasn't expecting it to be here this long, but unfortunately it's dragged out for 3 months. I didn't think we were expecting any snow. It shouldn't still be here in March. It's meant to be nice weather now at 11 o'clock, 17 degrees. No signs of any snow, but it's still here. So, thank you so much for watching then. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. Give us a like, and also leave your comments as well if you want to have any say on this episode in this series and what we're doing on the farm. Until then, hopefully the snow will go, and I'll see you with no snow in the next episode.